This is what I've waited to show you guys. This is pretty awesome. Hello, my friends, it's Johnaroth. I hope you're doing well during the end of this 2025 year. Today, I'm playing with another really fun, good, and powerful commander. Today, we play with Leovold, Emmissary of Trest. And Leovold was actually banned in Commander because in Commander it's a lot more powerful than it is in Brawl. In Brawl, it is a powerful commander, but not overpowering. I'll just tell you that right now. A lot of fun, a lot of value. For a black, a green, and a blue, you get a 3/3, and each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. So it's actually a pretty good effect. Leovold isn't super tough. He dies to lightning bolt and things like that, but the effect of being able to, whenever your opponent targets Leovold or you or any of your creatures, you draw a card is great. And then what we really care about is each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. So we have some cards in this deck that allow us to draw multiple cards and makes your opponent discard cards. For example, the most powerful card in this deck is Days of Undoing. What this card does is you cast it for 3 mana, and what's supposed to happen is you discard your hand, you shuffle in your graveyard, and you each draw 7 new cards. However, with Leovold on the battlefield, you're going to draw 7 cards. Your opponent is going to discard their whole hand, lose their graveyard, and draw 1 card. There are other cards in this deck that give us that type of effect as well. For example, the flip side of Commit, which is Memory. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into the library, then draw 7 cards. Basically the same type of effect. We also have a lesser effect in here that can do something similar called Dark Deal, where each player discards all cards in their hands, and then you draw that many -1. So basically, Leovold allows you to draw a ton of cards, and you target your opponent's hand, making them discard cards. We have a lot of really good value cards in this deck. We're playing my absolute 3-color favorite deck to play, black, green, and blue. We have cards like Glarb and Uro, which can get us more lands. Look at the top of our deck. We have several very powerful planeswalkers in here, such as Ashiok and Jace. And then when we finish off the deck at the top end with several very powerful creatures, such as Gristlebrand and Bonnie Paw. So let us take Leovold into the queue and see if we can draw multiple cards for the victory. Let's go. Very first game is against Caviero Mindbitten. I've actually done a video on Caviero. Very, very strong commander. Time Warp's pretty good. We'll keep Time Warp. Basically, Caviero wants to get creatures into the graveyard so he can transform into those creatures. If I were him, I would take the Arcane Signet, but that's me. And he does. Okay. Let's go ahead and put down an Underground Mortuary. Languish is pretty good against Caviero, so we'll go ahead and keep that. Let's go ahead and try. Oh, we can't cast. Do we try to cast Leovold? No. I think we try to cast Liliana. Okay, our opponent's going to draw 2 cards. And then discard a card. Discarding cards actually is not a good thing to be doing against this opponent. But let's go ahead and get rid of the Zozin here. I'm gonna just try to bleed out our opponent. He does have Gristlebrand in the graveyard, so if he has 1 more mana, he can draw 8 trillion cards. The one downside to this is that let's go ahead and make our opponent discard again. I'm going to get rid of Narset here. The one downside is if he does try to transform into Gristlebrand... Oh, is he going to go for it? Does our opponent know what our commander does? He might not. Okay, he becomes Gristlebrand, but our commander completely stopped him from drawing cards. Our opponent's I think our opponent's going to give up here, which is pretty funny. Okay, we're going to use Liliana, kill off Gristlebrand, swing in for 3, cast Time Warp to take another turn, and hit our opponent again for lethal. Our opponent had no understanding of what our commander did. So basically what our opponent did was try to... Gristlebrand's ability is you pay 7 life, you draw 7 cards. However, Leovold only lets you draw 1 card a turn. So our opponent used 7 life and was unable to draw any cards, and then tried again. And it just kind of highlighted the power of our commander stopping our opponent from doing anything. So really good first game. Second game is against Freya Crescent. This is probably an art red damage artifact deck. This hand has a good amount of ramp. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Freya Crescent is a 1/1 for 1 mana, and you can... She has flying on your turn. You can tap her. Cut down's really good against Freya, actually. You can tap her to get 1 red mana, and you can spend this only for equipment or to activate abilities. Let's go ahead and kill off Freya here. Keep our opponent from doing anything. Then we're going to go ahead and get down a Misty Rainforest here, and I'm going to just go ahead and crack it now. Let's go for a Hedge Maze, get our green mana. I think we've got enough lands here. Okay, our opponent has a young Pyromancer. Let's go ahead and get out our commander here, Leovold. I'm hoping our opponent will cast his commander again. He may have a spell. I mean, Leovold is not super tough. He's a 3/3, but we could draw another card if he gets targeted. Looks like that's what our opponent's going to do. Let's go ahead and draw another card here. Oh, well, I will take an Ice-Till Explorer, that's for sure. Opponent's going to swing in. Okay, step 1. Let's put down another land. Let's go ahead and get out our Ice-Till Explorer. Then let's go ahead and put down some more lands here. Does our opponent have a way of killing the Ice-Till Explorer? He may. We're going to pass the turn. I am a little worried about our life total versus any red deck that we play. Let's end the turn here. However, playing to Dusk can get us some life back. If we can get to 7, or 8, Gristlebrand will definitely help us out a lot. The young Pyromancer is a little bit of a scary card. Okay, opponent has 4 mana now. If we can get 1 turn with the Ice-Till Explorer, that'll be amazing. Opponent's, yeah, opponent's gonna swing in. We're not going to block that because there's a lot of mono red spells that can deal 3 damage. He has a Sword of Wealth and Power. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and use our Cling to Dust just to gain a little bit of life back. This is the card I've been waiting to show you guys. I am really excited about playing Days of Undoing with our opponent here. We're 1 mana short of playing this. If we can just make it 1 turn with Leovold on the battlefield, let's see what happens here. Okay, our opponent is going to equip the sword. He's going to swing in. Protection from instants, protection from sorceries. I'm going to go ahead and block with the Ice Till Explorer. I think we've gotten what we needed out of that. We have to protect Leovold at all costs, because I really want to show you guys the power of Days of Undoing. Okay, we are going to draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and activate the land now. Well, we can. Let's put down an island here. Then let's go ahead and let's just kill off the young Pyromancer, so he can't make any more creatures. This is what I've waited to show you guys. This is pretty awesome. Put down a land. Let's cast Days of Undoing. Our opponent draws 1 card. And we draw a lot more than 1 card. Opponent is going to have a chainsaw here. Is he going to target Leovold? Looks like he is. That is really good against a mono red deck. Uro will gain us some life. Let's see what our opponent does here. Okay, our opponent's going to equip the chainsaw, so I'm going to make our opponent decide which of those tokens he wants to lose. He loses that one. We're going to take some damage here, and he will get to cast another get a treasure, cast a spell if he wants. Then comes our turn. Step 1, Liliana. Let's go ahead and get rid of his creature, his 1 token here.
And you think you can win? I've always
Step 2, let's get out Uro. We certainly have got enough lands to do so. And that is enough to win the game. Leovold taking away our opponent's whole hand while giving us a whole fresh new hand basically crippled our opponent. This card right here, if you ever, oh wait, it's been shuffled right here. Days of Undoing, this is the most powerful card you have in your deck if you're playing Leovold. I really believe it. For 3 mana, you basically get a whole new hand and your opponent gets 1 card and they lose all their hand and they lose their graveyard. It's wonderful when you have Leovold on the battlefield. Good game. This game is it's a mirror match. Leovold versus Leovold. This hand is not bad, actually. Has a lot of early removal, those types of things. Let's just go ahead and put down an Odawara. I'm going to keep up the blue mana for Stiefel here. I'm hoping our opponent plays a land that he has to crack to use. We'll see. He does. Okay, our opponent draws another card here. Let's go ahead and... Let's put down a Bloodstained Mire. Let's go ahead and crack that. And I want an Overgrown Tomb because I want to look at our opponent's hand. Let's go ahead and cast Inquisition of Kozilek here. See what our opponent's working with. Okay, go for the throat, Meat Hook, Wash Away. We're going to take that away. And this is why I keep Stifle in this deck. I'm going to go ahead and stifle his lands so he now has no lands. And that is enough to win the mirror match. Taking away his counterspell and basically stone raining him is such a great way to win this game. I do want to point out in this format, if you're playing blue, Stifle is a really good card against any type of multicolored deck because they're almost always going to have a land that they're going to crack, a Fabled Passage, a Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, any of those types of cards, and you can basically destroy the land by making sure that the activated ability does not work. So we just won the mirror match. Good game. Okay, we go first against Tsagan, Raider Warlord. This is a very powerful commander. What we're going to need is some board wipes here because this is going to be a very aggressive deck that we're playing against. I like some of these bigger creatures, but we are not going to live long enough to even get it. Let's go ahead and keep 7 here. I'm going to put down the Wooded Foothills. I'm going to just crack it on our turn so there's no speed bonus for him or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and put down a Hedge Maze. Sorin is not really what we need right now. We need lands. Opponent puts down a land as well. Opponent's going to cast Invasion of Gobakhan. We're going to say no to that. Let's put down a Wastewood Verge here. We are not going to cast anything because I need to keep up a Wash Away for our opponent's commander. Opponent has a Mother of Runes. That's okay. We can deal with that. Let's go ahead and put down a Watery Grave here, and let's get out Leovold. Opponent's going to Swords to Plowshares that. We'll draw another card. Glarb is pretty good. We'll gain some life. Opponent's going to cast Bank Job. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out Glarb here. Love Glarb, did a video on him. He's a very strong value commander. Miriam could be really good for our opponent. Let's see what he does. Wow. He's going to exile Glarb. Interesting. Get a treasure. Fine. Let's go ahead and put down Beseiju here. Let's go ahead and get out Ashiok. And let's go ahead and create some creatures. I'm just keeping up the Wash Away here, buying me some time. He could cast Winota. I probably will counter that if he tries to cast that. Gonna try to cast one Noda. We're gonna wash that away. That should be enough to protect us. Let's draw another card with Ashiok here. We will exile the Blooming Marsh. Let's go ahead and put down a land. Let's cast Bonnie Paul. We're going to swing in with one of the tokens. Draw another card, play another land. I think this is where we'll start to pull ahead, hopefully. Even with his exile bank job type effects. I'm going to go ahead and crack the foothills now. We won't lose any life because of Ashiok. Let's go ahead and do an underground mortuary so we can surveil. Reanimate's pretty good. We'll keep that, but we really don't need it right now. And he has a Godseeker, which is indestructible. Step 1. Let's draw with Ashiok. We're going to exile that and get our Fatal Push. Let's Fatal Push the Mother of Runes. Okay, she's going to protect herself. Let's go ahead and kill off the Mother of Runes now. Then let's... put down a Woodland Cemetery. Let's cast Primeval Titan. And I'm just going to swing in with one token. Basically, I'm just trying to draw more cards here. Opponent's going to block. Perfectly fine. Definitely going to send the Primeval Titan. 2/4 with Vigilance. The Honor Guard kind of hurt him on that one, but that's okay. He's going to make sure that this creature can't be blocked. Are you going to swing in? Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. All right, let's crack this land now so that we don't lose any life before Ashiok dies. Let's go ahead and get the Triome. Okay, you got it, opponent. All right, so how do we win this? I think the first thing we're going to do, let's get out Shieldred. Then we're going to cast Treasure Cruise so that we can gain a ton of life. 7. We probably want to keep the land in the graveyard for Bonnie Paul. Oh, our opponent's bored. And we drew Days of Undoing. We've gained a ton of life. What we're going to do is cast Leovold and then cast Days of Days Undoing, which will remove our opponent's whole hand. We'll draw 7 new cards, which will gain us 14 life because of Shieldred. Then we're going to swing in with all these creatures and just do a massive hit. And our opponent is going to have to block or he's dead. And it will be over by the following turn. There's really nothing that our opponent can do. I'm sorry, exist to cease, but you now cease to exist. Good game. Thank you, my friends, for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Leovold, Emissary of Trest. Leovold is a fun and strong commander. I don't think he should be banned or anything like that. Now, in Commander against 3 other people, you probably do get a lot more card drawn. There's some cards in Commander that you can use that aren't on Arena. But here on Arena for Brawl, Leovold's a fair commander. I would put him at probably about a B power level. I did have a very high win rate with him, I will say that. With the final build of my deck, I'd say I have probably about a 85 to 90% win rate, depending on the ratio, as always. And it's just a lot of fun to get value out of your deck, but also have a very strong deck that Leovold can fall back on. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to leave a comment talking about a commander you'd like me to look into or why donuts are the most perfect food. I don't really care as long as I talk to you, part of the Magic community. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.